what is contouring? I hear you ask. Okay, what is it? Why do we do it? And where do you put it? Okay, so contouring basically is trying to create the perfect balanced symmetrical face, okay? Because depending on your view of what is attractive, a symmetrical and balanced face is high up there. Who'd have thought? So we contour to basically try and create a balanced and symmetrical face, and we do that by putting shadows where we want them so that our face looks more contoured in areas that it might not be so contoured, okay? Got it? So typically that would be high cheekbones and a slender face, maybe a more pronounced eyes, bigger eyes, and a slender nose. I mean, that's depends on, as I said, on your view of what is attractive and what isn't. But that is where the contouring world comes from. So where do we put it? Okay, so this is the Merit contour stick. They come in 3 different shades. This is the lightest one. Generally, you would contour your face down the sides of the face first and foremost, okay? That's where most people want some more definition, is on their cheekbones. So they would put that in, just in here, okay, and take it back there, okay? Now I'm doing this very pronounced so you can see a difference, okay? I want this lightest area to come forward because it's strong and it's a high cheekbone, and I want this part here to go backwards so it enforces this cheekbone. Look at that. You can see now the shadow that I've created there, okay? You would then buff that. You wouldn't leave that like that. So you would buff those edges in. I'm using the large foundation brush here just to buff that in. And that gives you a subtle but pronounced shadow, okay? Let's do it on the other side. Okay, so straight away, I've slimmed my face down by adding those 2 shadows there. The next place I always think for a woman sort of 45 plus is when we get a little bit jowly, is a good place to put it is here. So along that jawline, that dark shadow there, okay, you can see instantly that shadow is creating a sharper edge to my jaw. Let's buff that in. Okay, the next place is if I wanted to create a slightly, if I had a long face and I wanted to create a shorter face, darken this area and probably this area here. I'm putting this shadow in to take it back so that my face looks smaller. The next place I could shadow is my temples, if I wanted a slightly slimmer looking face. And then lastly, I could do the sides of my nose if I wanted to have more definition on my nose. If I wanted to shorten my nose, I'd put it at the end here, and then you would blend that in as well. If I wanted to make my eyes look like they have got a deeper socket line, this is where you would shadow your contour of your eye, just here, just above where, if you're looking directly into the camera, this area here you would shadow, and then you would colour that in. Anything dark in that socket line takes it back and gives you a contour. Okay, so they are the areas you would shadow your face. Obviously, you can go darker, you can go a little bit lighter, but just remember to buff, okay? The last thing you want is any strong marks that are not buffed into the skin, yeah, because it won't look good. But that is what contouring is all about. That's how you do it. That's where you place it. Over to you.